Breaking tonight in a stunning move, Governor Jay Inslee has made face coverings mandatory statewide in Washington. KOMO's Keith Eldridge had a chance to ask the governor about enforcement of this. Keith joins us live. This wasn't expected, was it, Keith?
No, we thought he was going to talk just about Yakima, but he says statewide, this is going to have to be the look of everybody in the state, because if you don't have one on, it is a misdemeanor. But he says he hopes it doesn't come to that. Now, he made the decision, he said, along with Secretary of Health John Weisman, as they looked around the state, decided to take this bold step because it's a better action to take, they say, because the alternative would be to move people back in phases and start closing shops and restaurants again, which he doesn't want to do. He says this is the best way to open up the economy while at the same time clamping down on the virus. Starting Friday, everyone in the state has to be wearing a mask, and if not, I asked him about that. What are you going to have happen here when people see somebody without a mask? Are they supposed to call the police? Are they supposed to take action themselves? What's your guidance there?
Well, I think the best way to convince someone else to wear a mask is to wear a mask yourself. This is largely a cultural change, and one part of that is a legal requirement, and this is a legal requirement. We are hopeful that that sparks sort of a cultural change. You know, what's the etiquette? But this legal requirement is a legal requirement. You can tell your neighbor that if you'd like. This is not cause for anything more than a gentle word, but I think over time that will be enough.
And so here's what is required. In public, anywhere indoors, you have to have a mask. In public and outdoors, it's where you can't maintain that 6 feet of social distancing. The governor goes on to say that masks can't do it alone, that you need to practice the social distancing, wash your hands, get tested for any COVID-like symptoms, and stay home if you are sick. Now, there are some exemptions for this, including people with breathing issues, people who are deaf and need to see people's faces in order to communicate, and children under 5. But everybody else, starting on Friday, you need to look like this. Live at Buckley at home. The reason I don't have one on normally is because I'm isolating here. Keith Eldridge, KOMO News.
Keith, thank you. And that brings us to tonight's KOMO Twitter poll. Do you agree with the mandatory face mask rule announced today by the governor? Well, so far, more than 6,000 of you have voted. 54% are saying yes right now. They agree. 46% disagree. You can weigh in too. Just head to the KOMO News Twitter page at KOMO News.